I guess.
Disuko.
I think it's Disuko. Let's talk about it. What does that even mean, Bowers Game Corner? Ahoy there, YouTube! We're back again today for another Thoughts from the Corner with my good friends Lucy
Hey.
and Adam.
Yep.
And we're going to talk about Disuko from Disuko Games.
Disuko.
Disuko. It is dice sudoku. It's really quite simple. Rules are that short. You get a whole bunch of dice. You're going to roll some of them up. They're going to have numbers on them because they're D6s. And then you're going to place them on this thing, which I didn't even know existed. It is a, what is it called? A 6x6 sudoku grid. So this is a grid, this is a grid, this is a grid. It follows normal Sudoku rules, where I don't even know how to say it now at this point, where essentially you can't have the same number in a line, in a row, in a column, in any of that stuff, or in the box. And the first person to get out all their dice wins the game. Also, if you complete a row, a column, or a box, then you get yourself an extra action.
A bonus action.
Bonus action. You can get multiple bonus actions. But this is our thoughts after playing it 1.5 times. I kind of messed up the first game. Don't bump it, by the way.
Yeah.
Shockingly, they go everywhere. So what did you think? Who wants to start?
I liked it. It did have... We had a rules question because when you're playing Sudoku, you know, you can deduce that, okay, this one can't go here. And so it's like, is it a legal move? Because it actually follows the rules here, but like the next section over causes it. It's like, oh, there's a 2 and a 4 here, so you know that a 2 and a 4 can't go here. So yeah,
if you play a 2 there and it's all crowded up, it's like, is it illegal? Or
there was a point where Lucy played a thing, and I was like, oh, you can't play there.
To do that.
And but
I want to emphasize, it was a perfectly legal play. What she wasn't matching up a number with any row or column, but what it did was it made it so that someone else playing in a different area would have to break the rules.
Yeah, which makes it impossible.
Which we were not sure about.
Because if you're doing Sudoku, that's not a legal move. Is it that I get to say, oh, I can see that that's an illegal move, so you can't do it? Yeah. Or, because if you get away with it...
Yeah, or on the other hand...
Get away with it. You put it so
that's what I'm saying.
But also, this gives you the option of also moving somebody else's dice as an action.
It is.
So is that going to force you to do that instead? Mm-hmm. Because in that case, like if it was all legal, then there'd be no reason to take that action of moving someone else's dice.
I think if only there was a place for this sort of rules question that came up in both of our first 2 games.
I have to say, I would like it better if it was like a deductive reasoning game like that, and not this is an actively with what's down there. I can do this legally, but in the future, I know that this is not going to work.
That sounds like an advanced variant that would be very easy to add. Actually, like the family version would have whatever, but then the advanced version would be like, oh, you can't do that because if you go here, you can't go down this road.
Yeah, because it makes it much more thinky.
It does, but it should still be in those rules.
I mean, that's super simple rules.
But you're missing a major rule, and we had an argument about it.
You know,
it's one of those things where because we're board gamers, so it wouldn't come up with normal people who just Sudoku dice, but
I don't know about that though, because it happened in both the games we played, where it's like, can I do this? Because I don't know. Because I still don't know which way they want us to do it.
Right.
Because it says, you're supposed to follow the Sudoku rules, but also in Sudoku, you're not going to be able to move somebody else's dice.
That's another thing. You can move other people's... you can spend your turn to move someone else's die.
As long as it's a legal move.
Is it that you can put it down there because you know you can move it later?
Yes, or I can force somebody to move it.
And I can see it both ways.
Alright. So, one thing we haven't talked about yet...
No, I did enjoy it. I
want to remember that. I want to mention this before I almost forget. This box is stupidly big. This box, the amount of stuff that's in this box is, annoying.
Yeah.
And it just, because it's
about 2 inches too high. It could have been, very thin.
It could have been,
Do you know the price for this game?
I don't know. It was sent to me because I'm a baller. Okay. No, I don't know.
Because that's the only thing is I'm thinking
Because is this finished product?
I do believe so.
Yeah. Because I'm just thinking from a marketing standpoint. Of course, you always want to have the big box because it's great shelf and this looks nice, and the big box is a bit of extra production, but then also you have a whole bunch of little dice right here, which is they're nice.
Maybe it's like, oh, you can put bigger dice in there because
yeah, it's a holding area, so you can hold a lot of things. Like you can use this as like if you're like a role player.
You know what? I got a rule of thumb.
Yeah, I mean, if you're just gonna use it as a giant dice box,
it's a good quality.
It is good quality.
If I can fit
it comes with D6s.
12 copies of your game in your box is too big, and I can fit 12 copies of your game into this box,
but
and that
annoys
me.
Box.
I'm not gonna do it. I was gonna. You know what? That is a good box.
It's a good box.
God.
That's good. So, final early grades on this one. What do you think about it? Overall, put a number.
Numbers.
Love numbers.
Oh dear gosh.
Numbers are great.
4.
4. Oh my gosh!
Really?
I thought you liked it.
It's okay.
Well, that's like a 6 or a 5. A 4 is like bad.
The thing is, like, I'm always going to compare this to other filler games. I'm like first thing I'm going to think of, like, is this better than Love Letter? That's like the basis for me. Like, I can bring Love Letter in my purse and everything.
I think this is better 2 players.
Quick.
I think you'd agree this is better 2 players. I mean, you didn't play it 2 players, but Love Letter sucks at 2 players. Like, Love Letter's hot garbage at 2. Okay. So at least I got the 2-player count. 3 and 4, I'm still going to pick Love Letter. I can see that. Yeah. So 4.
I mean, would you want to play this 2-player, though? I think it was fun having it 3-player, 4-player. Because you're looking at other people's... Okay, here's the thing. You roll the dice, and it's totally random what you get, but you can't move them at that point. So you can see what everybody has. Yeah. So you can base your play, like, I'm going to put out the 5s early because I see you both also have 5s.
Yeah.
Right? I think you are underestimating one very important aspect here, which is this would be a spectacular game if you have kids between the ages of 4 plus, I do believe. Especially if kids are at the age that they actually have to count all the dice. Just that, and then like, oh, this row can't do that, this column can't do that. You want to play the more simple version of the game, but I think that at the very least bumps it up a little bit because,
with your kids?
I would play this with both of my kids, and I think they could both understand them.
Yeah,
I think that adds something to it.
I don't know, Sudoku is a little... if it was simplified.
Well, this is, it's just you can't have it... I don't know. I gotta try it.
Because the box, I don't know. And maybe with Marvin, he's 5, but not with Callie.
Oh yeah, that's fair. Yeah. Well, I think that adds to it, though. I'm saying from we're coming from the game night perspective, family perspective. I guess if your family loves Sudoku, then you got a great aunt who just Sudokus all day.
But I'm just thinking like other dice games too, like even like a Machikoro.
Yeah. I can't disagree with that. Oh wait, what number? What number are you putting on?
I'm gonna go 6.5.
6.5. Yeah. I think I'm.
I wouldn't buy this.
I'm gonna go to 6. I think it's okay. I think it's an okay game. I think it's too big. I really, that does annoy me when you have such a simple set of rules that it's like the first 2 games we run into that rules error. Because here's the thing. If we run into it the first 2 games, I feel like there's a good chance that they ran into it when they were playtesting. And then if you did run into it, you were playtesting, why wouldn't you put in the rules? Or, like, you didn't run into it when you're playtesting, which just seems unlikely.
Yeah.
And it's like, when I look at it from that perspective, it's annoying me. And yes, there is a how to play video. We did not watch that, so maybe they cover that in that. But in the end, I don't think any of us are wowed by it. Last question. Would any of you want this game?
No. I mean, I'd want it for the dice.
Okay.
I want it for the box.
You want it for, like, the dirt cheap dice?
Yeah. You never have too many dice.
Alright. You want it for the box. So you want it for the dice, you want it for the box. Let me know in the comments below what part you want out of this. And
just the lid? You want to put it on your wall? You like a grid?
Oh, this comes with plastic baggies.
Portable
D&D.
It
does. What's having plastic baggies?
Because each individual player gets their... Oh, actually, there's only 3... Is there 3 bags? There's only 3 bags.
For 4 colored dice.
No, did I get shafted? Well, presumably, you wouldn't need the 4th dice bag.
Because they're just a
Why would you use the plastic bag?
Did they do that? I kind of want to check the component list. But yeah, let me know in the comments below. Do you like Sudoku? I guess.
I do like Sudoku.
Yeah, I like it.
I used to do it in the paper every day.
I like logic puzzles.
Let me know in the comments below, and as always, thanks for your time, YouTube.
See ya.
This video is brought to you by all of my amazing Patreon supporters, and I would love it if you would join their ranks and have your name immortalized in the end of many of my videos for the end of time. But consider for only $1 a month, and as always, thanks for stopping by.